Welcome back to my channel. Today is one of my favorite videos to film for you guys. It's a curriculum video. My daughter is going to be starting 2nd grade next year, which I cannot believe, but I am so excited for. And today I have everything I have chosen so far for all of her subjects that we're going to start in 2nd grade. And what is so exciting about this year is that we're trying new subjects, or adding in new subjects that we've never done before, and also trying new companies of curriculum that we have never tried before. And I just have to say that I could not, I feel like, do this without the other homeschool moms out there that are on YouTube, because ever since we started homeschooling a couple years ago, I have been watching these videos from all different grades, and just either saving things or writing things down that I saw and that I liked. And so, every year as my daughter gets older, we get to try new things that I've heard about or had my eye on. And I'm just excited to try some new things that I have, heard about or seen other families use. And I'm just excited to try it in our homeschool. So I do want to say ahead of time that I know that this seems like a lot when I show it to you guys. It's going to be a lot of things to expect for a 2nd grader, especially when it comes to homeschool, because we tend to not be, as rigorous, I guess you could say, as 8 hours in public school, for example. But I just want to be clear that we have no set expectations to have to finish any specific curriculum, whether it's our math curriculum, language arts, science, anything like that. We in our homeschool are very open to pulling from multiple different curriculums or resources, or taking time off from a workbook and doing a field trip, or doing hands-on activities, or watching videos, or reading books. So this is just how we like to run our homeschool. We like to try lots of different things. We like to do different things every day. We don't like to have the type of schedule where every single day we are just following the exact same routine. So I like to have different things to pick from. One day for math, we'll work on this. Another day, maybe we'll do this. And it just makes things flow better. It makes us happier as a homeschool family, just to be able to have that flexibility. So just as you see everything that I'm showing you, just keep that in mind, that my daughter is not expected to fully complete all of these things by the end of her 2nd grade year. And there's also a lot of things that we've done over the years where we didn't finish them in the particular year that we got it for, and we end up picking it back up in another year. So that is definitely always an option for us. We hold on to all of our homeschool materials, either for other children to use, or for us to pick up at another time that fits our life a little bit better. And what's great about homeschool is we can use all different levels of things if we feel like that's what our kid needs. So yeah, lots of flexibility here. So all right, some of these things, if you guys have followed me for a while, you will see that it's, probably expected for us to use them, just because that's what we've been doing since we started kindergarten. But there's definitely some things here that are brand new, so definitely stick around for that, okay? And we may also add in other things throughout the year. So I'll definitely show those things to you guys as they come. But I'm going to start off with our math, okay? So, no surprise at all, we're doing the good and the beautiful for our math. This has always been a great option for my daughter. She loves the color, she loves the activities and games. She just, really responds well to the way that they lay things out. She understands it really well. And we just haven't, you know, had any complaints so far with the math. And we have always added in other things here and there if we felt like she needed more work in certain areas, or if we really wanted to focus on something specific. But this has always been our core. So this is the main notebook that she'll be using for math for 2nd grade. It also comes with a math box, which they all have so far for kindergarten, 1st grade, and now 2nd grade. So her 1st grade one also had a clock on the front like this, so it looks like we'll be continuing with that, which is great. And there's also some money in here, pretend paper money as well. Looks like some fractions and different dice. Some number tiles here. I haven't even looked into you know, reading the different lessons and things like that, so I don't even know what all of this is going to be used for yet, but I'm excited. And oh, this kind of reminds me of Monopoly, but there's some like little plain pieces in here, so I'm sure that's going to go along with a game. Okay. All right, now, next one, language arts. And again, the good and the beautiful. So we're using the language arts and literature level 2 course book. And in their language arts includes phonics, writing, reading, grammar and punctuation, spelling, literature, geography, and art. So I love that it incorporates all of those things. So if there's been particular years where like we really didn't buy something specific for art or geography, for example, it was nice to have little tidbits of that in here. And again, just visually, it's always been one of our favorite curriculums. It's very easy to follow along with. I am hoping the older that she gets, she'll need me less in the sense of like walking her through the lessons. But, you know, she is still young, so we'll see how it goes. But I'm sure every year she'll get a little bit more independent. Now, this level 2 language arts came with the Reading Booster C cards. So you go through, if you're familiar with their program, you go through some of these before you start your lessons. It was like that for her 1st grade level as well. And then a couple readers came along with this, Molly and the Falcon, Wesley and the Wolves. So those will kind of correlate with the lessons as well. And then if you guys have been around here for a while seeing my curriculum picks, you know that we've used the Thinking Tree Fun Schooling journals before. We didn't get into them too much for 1st grade. We kind of took a step back from these journals, but we do enjoy them sometimes, and it's just one of those things that like every once in a while I like to add in a little something different to mix things up a little bit. So this one is the Animal Lovers Fun Schooling Journal. It focuses on animals and zoology, it says. This I ended up finding at a thrift store, and so it was just one of those things that like I just couldn't pass up, and so I thought, why not just add it in as a supplement as needed. So it's got, they always have a lot of art options and definitely writing and reading. And please, you guys, let me know as I go through this, because I am trying to go through it kind of fast just because I have so much to show you. But if you guys are interested in seeing any of these things like close up to where, you know, I can always do another video just really going through and showing you guys some of the pages, or more like company specific for any of these, please let me know in the comments. I would be happy to do that. Otherwise, I will just link everything down below, you know, if you want to get another look at it. And So we have the math, language arts, and then also our handwriting, the good and the beautiful. We've enjoyed it so far with the past couple years, so we're going to continue with it. I do have to say with handwriting, we've always finished these notebooks pretty early. And so I usually do supplement other handwriting notebooks along with the good and the beautiful. So I'm not sure what I'm going to supplement yet this year. I was thinking about trying handwriting without tears, because that's also one that I've heard a lot of good things about. So we're going to start with this, and I may add another option in. We'll see kind of how quickly we get through this. We usually have some sort of main focus every year that doesn't necessarily like take over the other curriculum, but it's just like a main focus for us for that year, something that we really want to improve on. So for example, for kindergarten, we really focused on teaching my daughter how to read. For first grade, we really wanted to focus on handwriting, so we used a lot of supplemental things and tried to do handwriting every single day. This coming up year for second grade, our main focus of the year is going to be spelling. So these are both the options that we chose, new curriculum for us. We have not used them before, and I'm sorry, I feel like my camera is tilting. I really hope this doesn't fall. Okay. So there is spelling involved in our language arts curriculum with the good and the beautiful, but because this is a focus of ours this year, I wanted to add a lot of other things that we could work on a little bit every day to kind of build those spelling skills. So one of the things that I got, which this is a company that I've saved a lot of different things for that I've wanted to try for a long time, and that is Evan Moore Spelling. So they have a wonderful schedule, which I love because I'm very like, I don't want to say like scheduled to where like we don't have any flexibility, because we're very open to our schedule changing, but I love having things laid out for me and just ready, open and go. And so for this to be like, do this Monday, do this Tuesday, do this Wednesday, it's just really helpful to me. So I'm excited. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I had a feeling that was gonna happen. Okay, let's try and prop this up a little bit better here. Let's see if that lasts. Okay, we'll see, guys. We'll see if we're safe. So yes, for this to have this schedule, I just think it's going to work out really well for us, but we'll see how it goes. Again, it is a new curriculum for us, but I do like that it's just very easy to follow, telling you what to do each day. So we will be trying to work on some extra supplemental things for spelling every day. And I also have the DK 10 minutes a day spelling. So I'm excited about this. I've heard so many good things about DK curriculum and books. This looks very colorful and again, easy to follow, very quick lessons, obviously with 10 minutes a day. So I don't know if this is also something we will do every day, but I would like to try, just because these lessons do look so quick and easy to follow. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, with having so many new subjects, I have no idea what our schedule is gonna look like yet. I just have not gotten that far and figured it out. So that'll kind of be, you know, next on my list to be thinking about over the summer, is how we're going to fit all of this in, what can be done every day, and what we need to kind of split up over the week. Okay, science. Also, Evan Moore. So this is daily science. In the past, we have pretty much for science stuck with either the good and the beautiful, whether that was like a core curriculum or just science unit studies from them. So this is new for us. We also usually have only done science like once a week. This, as you can see, has a schedule for Monday through Friday. I don't know if we will stick with that or if we will kind of come up with our own schedule and break it up, you know, how it works best for us. I will say that with the Evan Moore, it's a little bit of a change for us to have such like black and white, but that's okay. These look like very easy lessons, and again, very open and go, easy to follow lessons. So I'm not too concerned about that. Okay, so this is what I have for science right now, but I do think that we will probably add in something else along the way, maybe another unit study, or I know they're going to be coming out, I believe, with another of the like Little Hearts and Hands science curriculum with the Good and the Beautiful. So we did the first one that they had released during my daughter's first grade year, and we had completed that, and I believe they have another one coming out over the summer. So we might pick that up as well because we really enjoyed that. Okay, now a brand new subject to us this year is going to be history. So history has always been something that, I mean, obviously we learn about history through books, lots of our read alouds. We've made a big emphasis on Heritage Months, and so it's not that like history has been missing from our homeschool, but I just really haven't dove in and like chose a core curriculum for it because I really wanted my daughter to be at an age where I felt like she was going to retain the information, and I just think that like it's better to wait until they're a little bit older to really focus on history, which it doesn't mean that we won't go over these things again and again as she gets older for it to help her retain it. But I just didn't want to do it at such a young age that it would just kind of go over her head. So this is the first time that we've gotten curriculum for history, and I did a lot of research, and there is a lot of different history curriculum that I want to try. But I think this is going to be, from what I've heard, a really good kind of intro that'll be good for her age level. So we are using the Tuttle Twins American History, and it is basically just through stories, which I really like. So we will be reading different stories of things in history. And there is a workbook that comes along with this, but I don't think we're at a point, at least looking at the workbook, that I think she can, I just don't think it would work quite well with her age yet. So I plan on just sticking with reading these stories and kind of building on that with other books. I also got the DK American History Visual Encyclopedia to go along with it. So I'm hoping that we can read about certain things as a story in here and also reference it in this book and just add a little bit more to it. I've heard so many good things about this book, and I know that it's something that we'll be able to just continue to use as a resource over and over again. So I'm really excited about this. So these will be for history for second grade. Okay. All right. Almost there, you guys. Just a couple subjects. Guys, sorry about that. I ran out of memory. We're having lots of technical difficulties today. I apologize. But okay, 2 more subjects and then we are all done for our curriculum picks for second grade. So, okay, this subject is social studies. Not completely new to our homeschool. We have done social studies in the past. I just felt like we didn't pick it up very much. Again, kind of similar to history, I felt like it was like going over my daughter's head a little bit, or she just wasn't really retaining it like I would like her to. So we've done it a little bit, but I want to try and pick up on it again. This time we're going to be using 180 days of social studies. We have not done one of these 180 days subjects workbooks yet. I know they have quite a few on either like social studies, I think science, and maybe history. I've seen quite a few. But like the layout of the last social studies notebook we did, if you were to look at, I want to say it's in my kindergarten or first grade curriculum picks video. I just can't seem to remember the company right now. But we just really didn't enjoy the way the lessons were laid out. But these look very quick. It is black and white, unfortunately, but it seems like you're basically just following a schedule of like reading a story and answering questions. So like we can very quickly kind of figure out how she's retaining the information and have, you know, a discussion about it. It has history, civics, geography, and economics. And it is laid out kind of in a schedule as well, and tells you like each week which one to work on. Again, because I don't have our schedule down yet, I don't necessarily know if this is something we will do every day. However, the lessons look so quick that I almost feel like we could. But we'll see. Once I figure out the schedule, we'll see, you know, what the best way to fit this in will be. But so far, I feel good about it. I think it's going to be a good pick. So there's that. Okay, last one is kind of an extracurricular activity that I thought that would be fun to add in. And that is from the Good and the Beautiful Typing 1. So we have, you know, focused quite a bit on like reading and writing, and I just feel like my daughter is ready for this, and she enjoys being on the computer and doing lessons on the computer. She's taken classes on the computer, and I just think this would be a really good skill to kind of get started, because I mean, and you know, I know that people feel very differently about technology with kids and letting them use devices, but I just really feel like this is part of the future, and I think it's really important for her as she gets older and also enters the workforce to be able to have these skills and be efficient in typing. It's just something that's important to us as a family, and I think she's ready for it. But if we try it and it doesn't seem to work out well, or it doesn't seem like she's quite ready for it, then we'll just hold on to this and try it another year. But the lessons look very simple and very easy to follow. They have a couple, or I want to say 3 different typing levels. I'd have to double check that, but this is the first one. It looks very basic, and I also think that this could kind of add to our spelling as well, because learning where the letters are and typing and, you know, putting together the formation of those letters and words, I just think it's going to be really beneficial for her, and I think it's going to kind of tie some things together without her even realizing it. So I'm excited about this. I am thinking this might be something that we do maybe once a week, but we'll just kind of, like I keep saying, have to see like how our schedule flows best. And it may be something that we don't start right away as well. I like to kind of start off the year a little slow and kind of work our way into our schedule. So with having so much on our plate this year, you know, this may not be something that we start right away. And for example, with like the handwriting, if I know that like we will most likely get through this before the end of the year, I may like start with this handwriting, and then once we finish this, maybe we'll get into the typing. So we'll just kind of have to see what works best for us. But that is everything, you guys. So I am so excited about all of these picks. I'm really hoping that we can come up with a good schedule that flows. As a lot of you know, if you are followers already, I do work from home, so we don't have an extended amount of time during the day to do multiple subjects. So we'll just maybe have to change up our schedule a little bit, maybe do some things at night or in the evening, or even on the weekend if that's what works best. But I'll just really have to think about this. And also, once we just get into our lessons for these new subjects, see how long they take us, and then I can maybe get a better idea of how much we can fit in each day. But I am very excited about these new companies that we haven't tried before. If you guys have any comments or experience with any of these, I'd love to know what you think. If you used them and it worked well, or if you used them and it didn't work well. Please let me know. I love all of the feedback. You know, some of this stuff is just so new to us that I just love hearing, you know, from other people. So that is everything, you guys. Thank you for those of you who stuck around, you know, throughout the whole video. I hope you get something from this. And again, I will link everything down below. If you want a closer look at anything, please let me know, and I will definitely do, you know, a video kind of just one-on-one for a particular subject. I have no problems with that. So thank you for being here. If you're not subscribing, please subscribe. Hit the bell if you want to be notified when we have new videos. I'll see you next time. Bye.